Apparently, movie critic Ed Johnson Ott needs movies to stay alive, and Beauty and the Beast did not satisfy him enough. The original version is more fun. The original version has more heart. The original version is snappier. Snappy. I don't even know what you mean by that. That's one snappy movie. And the new version is unnecessary, much like the old version, because movies are really unnecessary. One day, one of you critics will figure that out and stop saying movies are necessary. I need it to live. What about this water and food? Movies. Movies are how I survive. The sumptuous Beauty 17 hits the at least good mark. I'm glad you clarified that you were talking about the movie and not Emma Watson when you said sumptuous. That's what stopped me there for a second. The sumptuous Beauty. So how do you get your leading lady to fall in love with her captor without sending a disturbing message to young viewers? In a very similar way to the original that you're praising? In this version, Belle and the Beast bond gradually through books. Well, there's a good way. Some of the best scenes in the movie involve them discussing books. Although I kind of agree, that's a weird takeaway from this movie. Dude, remember that scene when they were talking about a book? So good. Sumptuous. He's holding her captive, mind you, but we get to watch the relationship evolve into something less Stockholm syndrome-y. Is it syndrome-y? 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 It's basically an X-Men character. Speaking of messages, much has been made of a brief scene Bill Condon describes as a gay moment. LaFoe is the comic relief assistant to Gaston, a village creep who wants to nail Belle. Maybe refrain from using, phrases like nailing someone in a Disney review. This whole paragraph is leading up to something wrong. Wrong and awful. And I can't wait. LaFoe accidentally ends up dancing with another guy for a second. LaFoe looks startled, but not unhappy. End of scene. Thus endeth the great gay moment in Beauty 17. Two men dancing in a movie started the great gay moment of 2017, almost causing a civil war in the United States, with Alabama trying to boycott the movie. Of course, that's only one state versus 49. I think they'd lose. Just like every time. Alabama, a great place to visit if you're driving through to get to Florida. The only thing I found disturbing was that LaFoe is portrayed sympathetically even after he helps Gaston tie up Belle's father and leave him in the forest. Back in the village, LaFoe suggests that it might be better to not let the man die, but when Gaston waves him off, LaFoe drops the subject. Creepy. No, scared. He was scared. Wouldn't you be scared of a soldier who was back from war and was suffering from post-traumatic stress disorder and was willing to kill someone's father just so that they can get married to the girl that he barely knows, just thinks is hot and wants to nail? Oh, I did it. I said nail. Wondering why I'm talking about trivialities involving secondary characters? Yes, we all are. Go on. You excite me. I can't wait to hear what you're gonna say. I can't wait. It's because the movie didn't grab you, because it's inanimate. I admired the craft, certainly, and I grew to care about the fates of Belle and the Beast, but the movie failed to sweep me away. So the movie doesn't sweep you away, so you dive deeper into the movie to talk about trivial nonsense that no one really cares about? That makes sense. Taking the talking candelabra, harpsichord, mantel clock, and teapot and rendering them as realistically as CGI allows has disappointing results. Because inanimate objects given personalities is a notion that works in our imagination and in cartoons. Cartoons, darn it, not mostly live action. Unless you have an imagination. Then it's amazing what can happen. My, what a grumpy review. Now you're reviewing your own review. That's my freaking job, bastard. That's what happens when you stay up into the wee hours watching a movie that reminds you that its mostly live action remake is clunky, not magical enough, and unnecessary. There's that unnecessary thing again. It's clunky, it's not snappy, and it's unnecessary. Ladies and gentlemen, Beauty and the Beast. The new Beauty and the Beast is harmless and watchable. It has some good moments, and it's unnecessary. I am going to find you and make it so that you can forget that word forever. I'm gonna do the whole Dumbledore take it out of your head with a frickin' wand thing so that you never use that word again. It's a movie! So make sure you guys put in the comments what you thought of this ridiculous review and what movie we should do next. Also, we did an episode of Everybody Hates where we make fun of the audience and what they had to say about the original Beauty and the Beast. You can click right there to see that. Click there to see another video from us. If it's your first time here, make sure you hit the subscribe button and hit that little notification bell so that you can get notifications every single time we put out a video. And until we see you next time, geek out and game on.